Hi, good morning, Facebook. It's Gerry coming to you today from Rythmia Life Advancement Center in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And I'll let a minute here go by so some traffic can build and we get on the broadcast. And I want to tell you a little bit. Hey, Gio, how you doing? I'm going to be talking about you today. We get to talk a little bit about Rythmia, what Rythmia believes in and why it's here. And we are a life advancement center specializing in plant medicine and a unique way of doing soul reclamation or soul merger. And these are two terms that if you're not familiar with, I'll give you a second on them. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So we believe that sometime between when you're conceived and you're born, you split off from your soul and become the person that you are in a very natural and wonderful way. And then at some point in your life, this separation though creates a yearning, and that yearning can manifest itself in addictions and sadness and even disease, physical things, mental disorders. And that's time to bring these two back. And what we specialize in is doing this. How do I know we specialize in it? Okay, well, we're lucky enough to have had our 5,000th guest last week. And for every 1,000 people that come through, about 942 say that this was the week that changed their life, number one. And number two, they report merging back with their soul. So a lot of what I talk about is how sweet life is after a soul merger. And life really is sweet. Life is sweet after a soul merger. Things make more sense and you're less botherable and clearer and more on point with your life. And you find that your business life and your financial life does better as well. And people have a question about that. They say, well, why does one's financial life improve after their soul has merged? And the truth is this. The medicine, ayahuasca specifically, is calling us to be 100% honest and in 100% integrity with ourselves. Now, we cannot be honest and in integrity with ourselves and lie about what we're doing in business. Yeah. So everything seems to come together at this point. I want to make an announcement. One of my friends, Giovanni Bartolomeo, who's this fantastic Renaissance man who is super unique. He's a trained person in the Wim Hof program, and he does the Wim Hof workshop down here, which is really interesting because it's 98 degrees out, and the contrast between that weather and the ice bath is really real. I know because I did it. But more than that, I get a lot of thought leaders in here. Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, Michael Beckwith. I get all kinds of wonderful thought leaders. And then I get new and upcoming thought leaders, and I'm super, super impressed as a teacher and as a human with Gio. So please come and see him. He is here July 7th through the 14th. So in just a few weeks, please come and see him. We had the last 2 weeks have been great. We had Taita Juanito Chindon a couple weeks ago, and last week we had my good friend Panache Desai, and we just had a amazing week, amazing 2 weeks with miracle rates going through the roof. Such miracles. This week we have Mia Rue, and we have about, I guess, 80 people here, 70 some people here. And we're going to have a tremendous few nights of journeying. But let's get back to the questions that people ask me most about. What is it about the medicine and staying in truth and how that affects our financial life? Well, the thing of that is this. In order to have a good financial life, we have to be honest about the situation we're currently in, not the one that we're going to be in. That's a spiritual bypass. It's a financial bypass if we do this. We have to be truthful about the situation we're currently in. And here's where the truth comes in and how it plays into this, is that the only thing that I can change is right now. And right now keeps happening again and again and again. This is all the fuck that I can do, is change right now. And if I change and manage right now the right way, I not only affect my future, which is simple shit. If I save $1,000 a month, no matter what happens, that means at the end of the year I have $12,000. It's how shit works. But not only does it change my future, it also changes my past. And Bruce Lipton is the guy, and he's been hosted workshops here, is the guy who drives this home, that when we are living in the right now, and right now is right now, and it's right now again, and it's right now again, and we're being honest, and we're managing our right now. It manages our future, but it also manages our past. And why does it do this? Because we're living in an energetic and vibrational universe, right? When we look at our past, we tend to be upset, not because of what happened, but because of the fact that we didn't change. So here's the thing. It's the crime that we're going to commit again that puts us in a funk right now. So in other words, if you were the type of person who blew all their money, and was always late on their rent, and was always late on their car payment, and all of a sudden you stopped that, then I'm going to tell you what, you would no longer feel upset about what you did because you're no longer doing it. So this is the right now that changes both our future and our past. There is no way that it can't. When we change our right now, we are changing everything. And here's the great fucking thing with this. You can live 1,000 years and not change your past by going back. You can live 1,000 years and not change your future going forward. But every day we got 24 hours to change our right now, and the universe keeps giving this right now. It is the gift of the universe that you have right now. And it doesn't matter what right now looks like. It does not matter what right now looks like. Because changing your right now changes your tomorrow. This is like simple stuff, but this is what the medicine speaks to us. Changing your right now changes your tomorrow, but it also changes your past. So if you were somehow a person, let's say, that was super promiscuous, and you change that in your life right now, you're not only changing it for your right now, you're changing it for your future, and you no longer feel guilt or shame or whatever you were carrying about that past. See, this is all coming down to right now. And hey, hi guys, hi Michelle, hi Linda. What is the arch enemy of right now? Fear. Because fear puts us into the past and the future. Right? Fear puts us into the past and future. So if I want to live right now, knowing that my right now is shaping my future without putting my feelings, thoughts, and emotions there into the right now, not only am I helping myself today, I'm helping myself tomorrow, but I'm actually in life right now. So I want to tell you one of the things the medicine told me is that every second of this shit is sacred. And every minute that you, is the video not playing? I feel bad about that. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't know what to do about it. I hope that it catches up. But right now, this thing that's replaying, if you get out of the right now and get into the future, here's what you're doing. You're putting the programming back in place for the right now. The programming that created the problems of the past. Because this works like autopilot on a plane. The moment that you take yourself out and put yourself in the future, then what happens is your subconscious, your psyche, takes over and starts driving the machine. And how does it drive the machine? The only way it knows how, which created the problems of the past. So every time you're getting into the future, you're actually fucking yourself, which is crazy but true. Crazy but true. So what I want you to do, and what the medicine really is asking you to do, is to recognize a couple of things. And the first thing it wants you to recognize is that every second is sacred. And every scene is your altar. Right now, I'm talking to you, to your heart. And this is my altar, and I'm never going to have this chance again. So I better be careful about what I say. I better be intentional with my words. Because I'm not going to have a chance to redo this. Right? I'm not going to have this chance to redo this, so I'm doing it right now. Right now. So right now is all that we have. And this here, right now, is shaping my future. So what I want you to do is shape your future with your right now. And I don't want you to shape your future by doing this. So let's take 20 minutes. Let's do this. There's times to be in the future and there's times not to. I want you to take some time today and start a watch and say, okay, from 9:10 to 9:30, I'm going to live in my future and see the design that I want. I'm going to design my future. And then you come out of it and get to the right now, because right now I got to do certain things to get that. And then I live in here. And maybe once a week I go into the right now to check to make sure that I'm doing it. And not for a day, and not for my life, but for just a short little period of time. And I try to do this every week on Thursdays, where I take my spreadsheet and I see, am I on time? Did I do what I was supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Stay in the now. Did I do that? Did I do the right thing in my craft? Did I get better at trying my best to be good at workshops? Did I do better at trying my best to help people who are struggling over the line? Was I there for those people? Did I feel those moments? And I want to tell you what, the more that you do that, the more fucking love starts pumping from your heart, because you were there and you are there, and then everything becomes real. What we don't want to do is futurize every second, because then the program takes over and the program runs our life. What got us in the position that we're in? And I want to ask this question. Did you really fucking sit down when you were 7 and say, you know what? Someday I want to be 31 years old. I want to be super upset with my life. I want to be working in a bank. I want to hate my boss, and I want to be in a bad relationship. I fucking doubt it. I quite doubt that was what you were shooting for. I really, really doubt it. So then, what we did when we were young is said we want all that. And some of us came into the now and created something new, and some of us were just dragged along. Dragged along by an operating system that was learned when we were young and we were separate from ourselves. Not the one you want driving, right? So what do we have to do? We have to reteach the operating system. And how do you fucking do that? You can't do that by thinking what it should look like. The only way that you can do that is by changing the right now. And look at right now is happening again. Look right there again. And right there again and again. And all we can do is change our right now. And by changing our right now, then we push our subconscious into the observer mode, and it has a chance to relearn. Now, I will say this about this place here, this Rythmia. You can do this at Rythmia, and you can do it in a week, where you can realign this stuff, get back, and start living in the now. And I want you guys to come here, and I want you to be a part of this, because it's a week you're never, ever, ever, ever going to forget. It's a week you're not going to forget. And by not going to forget, I'm going to tell you a little piece of data. 97.55% of the people who come here and say they got their miracle, 6 months later state that that miracle is still alive, still working in their lives. And here's the big one, that this was the week that changed their life. So I want you to come here, and I want you to change your life. And in the interim, start fucking training yourself. Be in the now. Now, how do you do this? This is things like, there's guys that are so much better at this than me. Eckhart Tolle and all these other, half my thought leaders are better. I'm simple. I have old-fashioned ways of doing things, yeah? I just watch my shit and say, what am I doing? Am I mindful? And when I get away from this, when I get into the future, I'll give you an example. I'm a little bit lazy today, and instead of doing this, I'm going to just drift off into then instead of saying, look at this, oh, that's terrible, I'm thinking about that, I go, isn't that interesting? Look at what I'm doing. And that brings me smack dab into the moment, because I'm not criticizing it. I'm saying, isn't that interesting? Look at what I'm doing. And as soon as I say, look at what I'm doing, what am I doing? I'm looking at the now. Beautiful, 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 beautiful stuff, right? So don't beat yourself up. Here's the greatest, this is the greatest gift. So many of us who are mean to ourselves, are mean to ourselves because we're worried about the future, which our operating system is now working and driving us into a wall, and we know that that's going on, and all of a sudden this is the loop. So in order for you to leave yourself alone, you got to change the now. Just do something different. Just do something different. Just be involved in it now. Be involved in it now and be mindful, right? Not that hard to do. Not that hard to do. Like most of us, I see kids nowadays, they can be watching a football game, playing a game on a computer, watch a football game, and texting on their phone at the same time. So what? Us older people don't have the wherewithal to stay in the moment? Just stay in the moment. Just stay here. Stay here. And you'll be surprised. Friends show up here. What do I mean by that? When you're mindful about the right now, the universe conspires to assist. The universe conspires to assist when you're mindful in the right now. When you're worried and in the future, guess what it conspires to do? To make you right. Yeah, oh my God, I'm afraid. And anybody who's ever played golf knows this. You're lining up a shot. There's 90% of the fairway is grass. 3% of it is a fucking sand trap this big. The only thing you say in your mind is, please, I don't want to hit that sand trap. You take the swing, and where are you? In the fucking sand trap. So this is how this shit works. So what I'm saying to you is to forget about that, to know that if I do this, if I save my $1,000 a month, I have $12,000 at the end of the year. If I date responsibly, I'm going to find someone good. If I invest in my children today, right now, they're going to have a better tomorrow. If I do this right now, if I show my husband love right now, that's going to pay dividends now and in tomorrow. And it also is going to change the past. So when you have a unit, a couple, right? A couple, and they collectively, or one of them decides to change, it changes their history, because their history is no longer there. Their history was with two people, and that second person ain't the same person. So it changes everything. And this is absolutely true. The reason that you're upset with yourself is because history is going to repeat itself and you didn't change. So, well, like for a guy that gets drunk and gets DUIs, well, if nothing changes, the reason you're depressed is because you're still drinking and going to get another DUI. It's inevitable. Change this minute, and it changes. When you change from here, in this minute, you change the past, because you're no longer that guy. Here's the beauty about the medicine. Why can't the medicine duplicate journeys? Or why is it that's not can't? Why is it that 99% of the time the medicine doesn't duplicate a journey? It's not different medicine. It's that you're different. When you drink medicine one time, the next time you drink it, you're different. The next time. So the same thing in you. When you change a thought, you change a perception, you change a way of being. The moment that you change that and own that change, it changes your past. And I don't care what your past, I don't care if you were a bank robber, a drug dealer, whatever I don't give a shit. The moment that you change right now, and here's what people do. They waste all of the right nows here or here. What the fuck? Well, if I was God, I'd be pissed. Listen, I gave you 24 one-hour-long chances a day for 70 years. And what did you do with them? You spent them in a foolish manner. You spent them in a foolish manner. I'm saying don't spend them that way. Do not spend them that way. Spend them where you're going to get a return. And how do you do that? By being in the now. If you're a healer, heal now. If you want a particular career, do the starting steps right now. If you want to change a relationship, change you right now. If you want to change your relationship with your boss, change you right now. If you want to change your relationship with your mother, I don't give a fuck whose fault it is. Change you right now. If you want to change the situation with your lover, change you right now. So simple. And guess what? There's no other way to do it. Anybody who tells you that there's some other way, that you can wiggle your nose or even the fucking medicine. All the medicine does is put you back together, then you have to take over. So that's like being an amputee, right? The medicine gives you a fresh set of legs, but now you gotta walk. This is the thing. It begins and ends with us, and it is all 100% up to us. And I want to tell you what, please do this. If you have a counselor that's telling you it's someone else, if you have a psychotherapist that's telling you it's someone else, if your mother's telling you that it's someone else, if your uncle's telling you, if your boss is telling you, they're full of shit. Because it's not. It's you. All of your relationships are vibrational based on what you're doing in this moment. Do you get that shit? You're a transmitter. You're sending out a message to somebody else's transmitter and the receiver, and things are lining up based on what you're doing this minute. You change what you're doing this minute, you change the nature of you in relation to all things, not all living things, all things. This is you. This moment is you. Look at the right now. It's happening again. Boom, it did it again. These are all of your chances. So please just change that now. I love that, Stephanie. Thank you. Hey, Smith, how are you? Listen, guys, please come here and please do yourself a favor today. Instead of being there, be right here. You know that be here now shit? It means a lot more than you think it means. And it really means to be here right now. Not some saying, not some shit. Just do it. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Change your shit right now. Right now. Go get the Van Halen. I'm telling you what, out of the strangest places come inspiration. Sammy fucking Hagar, right? Van Halen 19 whatever. Right now, the song, holy shit, listen to it. Holy shit, listen to that song. Because this is your right now. And you get it every day. You get a new right now. Every second of every day. How many fucking chances do you need? How many chances do you need? Take one. Do it. Just do it. And by all means, come to Rythmia. Come here. We'll help you with it. This is what we love doing. And we do it all right now. Every week. Right? So, and I'm not here, trust me, I am not a thought leader. I am not I wasn't special picked or chosen. I'm no fucking role model. I'm a guy who got happy. And as a matter of fact, I was anti-special, anti-picked, and anti-chosen. I don't know shit, but I know this about right now, right? And it's changed my life more than anything. And I have a pretty cool life right now. And I'm only saying that because it's a good little life right now. So, I want to give you my number. It's 866-936-9446. That's the number of our advisors in Malibu. That's 1-866-936-9446. And they will book you right now. And I gotta tell you what, you want to do something right now? Pick up the phone right now. Make a change right now. Do something different right now. Do something different, please. And look, we're going to see you here soon. Come see my friend Gio Bartolomeo. Come see Gio. He's a real deal, man. He's real deal. Come and see him, and I look forward to seeing all of you. Please get here, and get here while you can. I've been saying something for a year. I want to tell you something else. When I first opened this thing, I think the first week I had 2 people. 2 people. I think by the end of the first year I was getting 10 people. We're at 70, 80, 90 people. One more chop and we're not going to have any rooms. So please get your asses here. Get here now. Get here now. And I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me. But more than that, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to your heart and listen to your right now. God bless you, God keep you, God hold you, and we'll talk to you next week. And for those of you that are coming to Rythmia next week, is that next week or the week after? I forget. Get ready. We're going to have a great time. God bless you, God keep you, God hold you. Be in the now right now. Thanks, guys.